A walk among the stars, the monsters, the paranormal, and supernatural. Join your tour guides, Justin and Josh, on this cryptic journey through life and beyond. What you may not know is you've been on this journey for a long time, and you finally arrived. Join us and our cult by subscribing to this podcast and giving us a generous 5-star rating. With doing so, your soul will be set and the afterlife defined. Welcome to It's Cryptic Out There.
Welcome everybody to, is this a episode of It's Cryptic Out There? Or is it just like
Welcome to a Cryptic Minute.
A Cryptic Minute, there we go.
A quick rundown.
Yeah. So, this is obviously regarding to part 3 of the Jerry Smith story that we've been doing, The Girl in the Hoodie. And we did the part 3 episode, and it was a lot of crazy information.
It got deep. It got real deep.
Yeah. It got super deep, and that's the thing too with this podcast. It's mainly for entertainment purposes. Like, we don't consider ourselves professional journalists or investigators, but
we're not professional anything.
No.
At all. In any profession at all, they're not professionals.
Right. Even though, I'm going to pat ourselves on the back. We did a pretty damn good job with what we found.
It's true. That was, yeah.
However, we released the episode, and certain, members of Smith's family got upset, and we totally understand. We get that. And certain things were said to where we just decided to remove the episode. For the fact that we don't want any, we don't want anybody upset, of course. We don't want no harm done. But, yeah, I think it's really not worth the trouble. What do you think, Josh?
I agree. I will say this. I don't think we said anything that no one else said or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that we were being unbiased. I don't think that we were being unfair. I don't think anything on our part really was. I don't think we went out of our way to cause harm. But that being said, we can think that all we want. Someone got upset, and just out of respect, that's the thing. One thing that Justin and I talk about, whenever we talk about any issues that we do, we obviously want to respect all parties involved. Even, as messed up as it sounds, like even the meat guy, the guy
Mulaney.
Yeah, I said I don't know, he did suck, but at the end of the day, it's like, all right, well, we are trying to talk about things. You can't just make a big joke out of everything, even though we do joke sometimes. But at the end of the day, we're here to just talk about something we like and we enjoy.
Yeah.
And this happened. One thing I think about is that this happened very, very close to us, and it did not happen that long ago. It's still very, very fresh, and I think that's another part of being respectful. If this came to be too far for, this person, because it's so fresh, I understand. I think pulling the episode is the right thing to do.
Right. And also, if there's any, I don't want to say, pleasure out of what you didn't hear. What we heard, we cannot, well, at least some of it, we cannot repeat what was told to us because it's so dark and it opens so many cans of worms that we should not be involved with, and it could lead down to a very dark, sinister place. Don't you agree?
Yeah, I agree. It's just, it's hard. Trying to balance, we're trying to do this the best way we can. We really care about this, and we're still learning, and part of learning is making mistakes or not doing everything that you can, or just learning experiences, recognizing other people's feelings and what's in the best interest for everyone involved. We can bring other content, we can talk about other things, but for some people, your feelings, like, those aren't going to change. So it's easier to just move on.
Right. And we are going to move on. Because
that is correct, Justin, we are.
Because yesterday when we were recording the episode, things were said to us, and I haven't gotten real, disturbed by anything since probably the Caldwell Fields episodes and then, the Gina Hall one. This one, from what was said to us, I got that feeling back because it just hits too close to home. And that's all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
It's cryptic out there.
It's cryptic out there, guys.
Right outside your door.
Seriously, you never know who someone is,
Mm-hmm.
And that's not just Jerry either, Yep. I think if anything, let's talk about this, just to be fair, because we did talk a lot about Jerry. What was told to us also paints Atute in a different light as well. And
Absolutely.
not only Atute, but the Blacksburg community, a lot of those things, it paints a lot of people in a lot of bad light. This whole thing. You can take Jerry out of the equation and a lot of failures on a lot of other people and stuff like that. That is kind of what went into what we talked about as well. And
maybe that's not our responsibility to open that can of worms to the community.
At some point we got to ask ourselves, what are we? Are we trying to talk about things, or are we trying to be journalists? Mm-hmm. And we are trying to talk about things that we like. We are not trying to be journalists.
Right.
We talk about aliens and shit, guys. Come on.
Yeah.
You know what you get. We call this a cult. You know what you got when you signed up for this, okay?
A safe cult. A good cult.
A good cult. Yeah, a good one.
A harmless.
We love you guys.
Yeah.
And we appreciate you, because one thing that we also noticed was the people on Facebook who told us that they were disappointed we had to pull it and how much that they look forward to it. And, we really appreciate you guys, because that means that you guys, really do listen and care. And, that just makes us, whatever we do next, we want to do it as big as what this is. That way, we can pay it back to you guys.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's nice to see. I'm disappointed that you guys, were upset about the episode not being released or had to be removed. But like Josh said, it means a lot that you guys we're waiting on an episode. That's all we want. We want you guys to be, tuning in every time we post something and enjoy it.
For sure. Yeah. That's what we want. We want to do nothing, to me, there is no bad episodes, because every time we get together, we're always trying to give it the best we can.
Absolutely. Yeah. So, with that being said, the girl in the hoodie is done for right now.
It is in the cryptic file.
It's in the cryptic file on my laptop, along with the other crazy stuff that was said to us.
It is just all sorts of stuff. Not just from this episode, but other stuff too.
Oh.
The cryptic file exists, guys.
Yeah. And honestly, I'll probably take it off my laptop and hide it like somewhere.
Yeah, we're gonna have to stow it away, like you know, the Covenant, like in Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yeah.
You have to box it up and set it somewhere.
Yeah. Might even have to burn it, to be honest with you.
Maybe. This is just something Justin and I are gonna have to go to our grave with.
Yeah. Honestly, probably going to delete it.
Oh gosh, it never happened.
It never happened.
At the end of this episode, it never happened.
Yeah.
This cryptic minute.
Yeah. But like we said, you know, we're sorry that, you know, you couldn't get the part 3. You couldn't hear what we were told, but it's not worth it, honestly.
Yeah. There's other cryptic stuff out there. And again, like we said, you know, maybe one day we can
revisit,
open it up again and see, you know, open up the file and see what it says and see what we can release, you know.
Yeah.
But until then, you know, it's locked away.
Yes, it is. So with that being said, thank you all for tuning in. If you're super disappointed that you want to like not listen anymore, we get it. That's fine. But you'll miss out on some other big things coming up that we plan on doing.
You stop listening after this episode. What? That is so unfair. That is not cool if you do that. I am not happy with that. You know, it's not our fault. And
No.
We're telling you right now, we're about to bust our ass to bring you something good.
Yeah.
All the stuff that we are literally working on right now, I hate to say it because it sounds so cringy, but like we actually have stuff on the horizon, like actual stuff that, you know, we're going to do, and it's pretty exciting.
Yes, it is. So, if you like the podcast, we are on YouTube. Please like and subscribe. We are on all podcast platforms. Apple Podcasts, if you would 5-star us there. Leave a review. Leave a suggestion. We're on Spotify. You can watch and listen on Spotify now. So, and also you can rate us on Spotify. Follow our It's Cryptic Out There private Facebook group. You'll get exclusive content, and you can have conversations with us and conversations with the cult members. Sorry, mother.
You know how it's cool, like how it's cool that it's a cult? Because your mom doesn't like it, so we're rebelling.
Yeah.
It's like we're still teenagers.
Yeah.
It's not a cult, Mom.
It's just a fun. It's a fun cult.
It's a book club.
Yeah, it's a book club.
A cryptic book club.
Yeah.
Without the reading.
Yes. What else am I leaving out before we go?
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. Thank you all for listening.
For real. Thanks, guys.
We really appreciate it.
For sure. Thank you guys so much again.
Yes. And lastly,
and most importantly,
go ahead. Oh, you caught me there.
Let me end it. I never get there.
Go ahead.
And most importantly, watch your back. It's cryptic out there.